A few days ago, ADO invited us to their lab. They told us that their new lab is pretty awesome. Maybe you haven't heard of ADO. Their full name is ADAC and they are an e-bike brand from China. They sell a lot of various types of e-bike around the world. We did its A20 foldable e-bike review once, and from that time I thought their e-bikes were of good quality. What impressed me most is that in these 4 countries, you can receive your e-bike within 48 hours. You can feel that ADO has made up efforts to reduce customer uneasiness, and they really want their services to satisfy everyone. The lab was also set up by them to build a better quality e-bike, so come with us to see what they have inside. Okay, now we are in the ADO Technology Center. Behind me is the ADO Electric Bicycle Laboratory. And before we go in, let me introduce this laboratory first. It's actually quite new, was only established in May this year. It covers an area of 800 square meters. It covers about 60 test capabilities in the field of new energy batteries, simulated natural environments, and mechanical stress. Note that this laboratory is not yet complete, and ADO will invest another several millions to improve it. Their goal is to build it into an internationally recognized and CNETS qualified electric bicycle professional laboratory. Wait no more, let's go in. Okay, now on my left, this is a showroom. There are so many models here. As you can see, there are so many models that you will love, definitely. On my right, this is the laboratory 1. There are some machines doing the test. We will go in and show you every detail. And there's pretty much the important one is here. Now, this is the laboratory 2, and there are some machines doing the test right now. And that one is actually a stress machine. You will definitely see some very interesting thing there. And let's go on, and you will see that there's assembly room there. You will see some models that we've been developing, and that's pretty much interesting ones. Here is the production line. Some of the popular models are lining up there, and when you go in is the warehouse. One of your bike is definitely in production right now. The trial production workshop is responsible for the production of e-bike. The workers will assemble the parts processed from all over the country and display them around the workshop after testing. You can see a lot of different models of the e-bike here, and after a series of testing and packaging, they will be delivered to you. As you can see, there are so many models making right now, and this one, ADO Beast, is definitely my favorite. This one has just coming out of the production line. So by the way, every part of the bike will be tested in the laboratory first, and then bring the parts back to the production line. When they finish production, they will bring the bike back to the laboratory for a test. That's how they make the bike. The sample room is actually where the new e-bike is made. All the prototypes of the ADO e-bike you bought were made from here. Because of the confidential content of the new products, there's not much to show, but we were still able to get some secrets from here. This e-bike in the footage is an unreleased new product, mainly for the female market, although the color may change. And this one that the staff is testing is a model that can hold in a lot of cargo. Carriers and the Uber Eats drivers will love it. The last is its foldable e-bike. It's very light and its chain is made of belt. In fact, we also rolled it out to experience. Belt drive makes it easy to ride even without the use of power. It should become a favorite of urban commuters and kids. This e-bike should be crowdfunded early next year, so don't forget to keep an eye on him if you're interested. Before we enter Lab 1, we can see the SGS certification plaque. This means ADO's products are high-quality products that have undergone rigorous quality testing and meet international standards. Maybe you don't know what SGS is. SGS is the abbreviation of Société Générale de Surveillance SA, which is translated as a general notary. It is an internationally recognized inspection, identification, testing, and a certification organization. Because of the international credibility of SGS certification, SGL certification is still difficult to pass because the requirements are very strict. After all, with a history of more than 100 years, so the relevant regulations are also very cumbersome. So ADO Lab became the first SGS certified standard in e-bike brand, which is quite proud of. This lab is mainly for material tests and one of the whole unit tests. For example, the salt spray test, it will put high-density salt spray on the components to test the durability. Now, this thermal shock test, it will keep the parts in a certain heat, then drop it to another colder condition to see if it can stand up between them, or vice versa. Now, you may also want to know how they would test the battery. You can see these 2 big machines. This tester will test every aspect of the battery to make sure each cell is reliable. The last one in this room is a whole unit tester. The bike will sit still or run continuously under certain conditions. With this test done, every unit is 100% alright to withstand extreme weather. With the help of the ADO staff, we opened this big freezer. You can see how cold it is inside of these white fogs. This e-bike is the test sample. The whole bike is covered with frost. All models that can pass this test are eligible to be sent to customers. Now we're in lab 2. There are 10 testers here. This lab is mainly for durability testing. The first one is frame strength and vibration resistance test. It will shake the frame up and down to see if the frame is durable enough. Here are 2 frame testers again. They will put pressure on the frame horizontally and vertically, then test it for 100,000 times. Now let's check these 2 drop tests. They can either drop the frame from a certain height or drop some weight on it to check if the frame is strong enough. There are many more tests like this. If the frame is able to go through these tests, then the frame is guaranteed to be used for 10 years. This one is a motor tester. It will set certain resistance on the motor to check its strength and power efficiency. There's another important one here, which is the material stretch and compress resistance capability test. Now let's watch how they do a real riding test. As you can see, the bike is with a certain load, normally 80 kilograms. The bike will run under certain mode, such as pedal mode or with a power input. Then there will be a result of the motor efficiency or the tire wearing. The last place we looked at was at this showroom. This showroom shows most of the ADO's e-bike models and is used to showcase their various achievements since their inception. One of the things they are most proud of is this wall, which is covered with patent certificates. The main entrance of the lab also has many certificates placed, which also shows their focus on technology development. There is an area in the showroom that is used for live streaming. In the middle is a circular showcase that can also be rotated. It's now 6 o'clock and the ADO Electric Bicycle Laboratory Tour is coming to an end. I'm glad that bike brands have such good labs nowadays. The more stringent their tests are, the safer bikes the consumers will get. Their labs become bigger and better, and consumers will also get better products. Hopefully, there will be more and more brands like this in the future. This is Will from Gizmochina, and we will see you next time.